Spencer Ogden's been around since 2010. We are an energy, engineering and infrastructure specialist. We started off primarily in the engineering sector for the first 3 years, oil and gas, renewables, power and nuclear, and over the last 2 years we've diversified into infrastructure and engineering. We started off 2010 with 13 staff and 2 sites, and we've now got 400 staff and 12 sites globally. The brand is massively important to us. We've always tried to be a bit fun, a bit quirky. I think Fairsail supports that in its flexibility as to what it's able to do. Technology is a massive part of what we do. David, our CEO, is very passionate about Spencer Ogden being a technology accelerator. Coupled with the millennials, technology is not new to them, so everything is done on an app or on a piece of software on a screen. So it's important to make sure that we're a technology accelerator as a business in everything that we do. We do have lots of people that travel around the world to see clients and candidates. It's important that they're able to access as much information as they possibly can to keep them operating and to keep them engaged.
We're a very fast-paced, quick-changing business, so our HR system has to reflect that. You know, I can do a headcount report in 2 seconds, which saves me a lot of time and our team a lot of time. It's just made everything a lot less manual. The system has such a huge amount of functionality that it's just been a godsend, really.
The holiday process was very manual previously, and I'd say that probably took about 2 days a week for my HR department to run, and that time has now gone. So they're not really involved in that process at all because it's very self-sufficient. So they're now able to spend time on other issues that are far more interesting and add value to the business rather than just paperwork. The system that we had was very UK-based, not a cloud-based product, and lots of people complaining, lots of people getting chucked out when they're trying to log in, not being able to save their work, which just wasn't scalable really for what we wanted to achieve globally. I'd say we probably used to spend 50% of our time actually collating reports for management. You could be running around for hours trying to get that information, whereas now a lot of that is pre-populated in the system, so it's just a press of a button. So again, a lot of time reduced there in terms of reporting.
That was one of my first requirements actually, was I needed a report that I could just plug in the date and it would tell me who was employed on that day. That was my first requirement. And now I have that, which makes my life a lot easier.
There's more to come with that for us as well. We're only at sort of probably 15 to 20% of what we can do with Fairsail. There's so much more we can do to add value to the business. Prior to Fairsail, as we grew quite aggressively, we had to obviously grow our HR department, whereas we don't need to do that as much anymore. So industry standard in terms of number of HR people for every individual employee is 1 in 60, and we've managed to get that to 1 in 70, which is an improvement, and that's purely because Fairsail takes away probably 30 to 40% of that individual's time and work.
I'd definitely say it's been a great experience, right from the sales pitch to discovery to even the support team. The support team have been great. Once we hand it over to them, their response times are very quick. If you're looking for a system that's going to be scalable and that's going to grow with you, if you're working in a multinational company where the sort of legalities and best practice of each region is important, I think Fairsail is a very, very good system compared to others out there and others that we looked at quite extensively. Equally, it's reasonably priced for what it is, and I think the flexibility is what I like about Fairsail, is that it can adapt to your business and what your business needs. No one business is going to be the same, so what I need from it is going to be very, very different to somebody else, but the system can accommodate that, which is key for me.